Hey everyone, Regal Reviews here. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for my Once Upon a Time recap. So to recap on tonight's episode is definitely a Rumpel-centric episode. We got to see some of Beowulf, a new character. We see it's in the Ogre Wars, and Rumpel actually saves the town with his dagger. He tries to show that he's a hero, but Beowulf is trying to prove to everyone that he's a monster. And a young Neil doesn't want Rumpel to use his dagger because, magic always comes with a price. And apparently there's this boy that's picking on Neil, and, Rumpel's tempted to teach this kid a lesson, his father. I mean, any parent would do that in that situation. But they go, the villagers say that Beowulf's been gone for days, and they can't find him anywhere. Well, Rumpel and Neil find Beowulf has killed these villagers, and Beowulf was gonna blame it all on Rumpel. So Beowulf was actually the villain here, but it was actually Neil who stole Rumpelstiltskin's dagger and actually killed Beowulf. So there's darkness starting to form in Neil, but Rumpel made a sacrifice and was willing to change Neil's memories so that he would think Rumpel killed him, so darkness wouldn't start forming in Neil. And we saw that in the storybook with Gideon. Gideon is very adamant about killing the Savior to get its powers, and there's actually a nice scene between Gideon and Rumpel. Gideon shares how his life with the Black Fairy was, and he had a very bad childhood. Basically, like, tortured him and everything, and in order to restore this sword, he needs, the Blue Fairy's magic, and you can see that Gideon's conflicted about that, so there is some good in Gideon, but he actually, Rumpel did the same thing that he did to to Neil. He tried to change his memories, but that didn't work, but he, took the Blue Fairy's magic so that Gideon wouldn't have darkness, forming in him. So we see Rumpel putting his son first. We see that, Regina is trying to help Robin, but this Robin is definitely not like our Robin that we love. He wants to get far away from Regina, and he actually stole her box from the her vault, which I'm not sure what it was exactly. But we see that Robin goes to Zelina's house and offers. First of all, he calls his daughter a brat, and I'm like, oh no, Zelina's not having that. But he offers Zelina to go with him over the town line, and Zelina thinks she has no friends here, so she tries to go. But Regina stops him and explains to him that the protection spell's up. She can't do anything about it, but she'll, in honor of Robin's legacy and this new Robin, she's going to find everything she can to lift the protection spell. It means she has to leave. I don't know, her words weren't really clear. But we see in her vault that Zelina actually goes and apologizes for going behind her back and going to leave with Robin. So Zelina is coming forward and, trying to form a relationship with Regina. And it's very heartbreaking because we want Regina to have happiness, but she can never let go of her past. The past always haunts her. And Zelina actually brings the evil queen, she's in her snake form, back to Regina, but she's gone. And we see that Robin actually had the queen, and the queen offers Robin to stay in Storybrooke and that she could be a tour guide. So I don't know if this new Robin's going to cause some havoc with the evil queen. I'm not sure how that's going to go down, but it should be interesting now if the evil queen is back. We see that Hook is struggling with the fact that he realized from last week's episode that he killed David's father, and he actually goes to tell Emma about it, but Emma actually saw the ring that Killian was going to propose with, and Hook couldn't really propose properly. I mean, he was like, he wanted to tell her the secret, but he ended up proposing instead. So I'm wondering how long the engagement's going to last when she finds out that Killian killed her grandfather and that David realizes that Killian's the one who killed his father. Next week, it's from the previews, it's a big showdown between Regina and the Evil Queen. They say it's the final showdown, so I'm wondering what's going to happen. Like, can one even kill the other, or will it be that if Regina realizes that the queen is part of her, it's kind of who she is, and she should embrace it, or that that part of her, like if she kills the evil queen, she'll that part of her will be dead, and she can finally move on. I mean, it's very heartbreaking to see Killian and Emma now engaged, but Regina can't even have her Robin. She doesn't have her son living with her or anything. Like, she can never seem to have happiness. So it should be an interesting episode next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed Once Upon a Time. And I hope you guys enjoyed my Once Upon a Time recap. And if you guys want to check out Once Upon a Time, it is on Sundays, 8 p.m. on ABC. And until next time, stay regal.